For today's Florida creature feature, we begin in Citrus County, Florida. There is so much ahead and so much below. And Mother Nature has granted us another beautiful summer day here in Florida. I'm excited to present to you another underground adventure. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if it's your first time. I am Tampa J, and today we begin going to a cave. This will be the third time I've explored and documented recording a video of myself, by myself, all alone, going into a Florida cave in the same cave system. The Citrus Wildlife Management Area in Citrus County, Florida is full of caves. And these caves aren't necessarily a tourist attraction. These are out in the middle of nowhere. There is no safety ropes. There are no lights. There is no one to say, hey, watch your step. These are real life, out there, off the beaten path caves. And this will be my third time climbing down into this cave system. The first time, it was Dame's Cave. A few years back I explored Dame's Cave, and then a couple years ago it was Peace Cave, little piece there, and today it will be Jeep Cave. This will be the longest journey as far as hiking that I've taken yet here on this channel. It's a long way out and a long way back, of course. I really enjoy the underground. I've been fascinated with caves since I was a kid, and as I stated the last time I was out here, I will be back again. There are so many caves in this cave system that I wish to check out, and this one I heard was pretty cool, so we'll see when we get there. I really appreciate you coming along. I hope you enjoy my journey and this exploration of a Florida cave, which is a rarity. There's not a lot of caves in Florida, especially South and Central Florida. Most of them are up in the Panhandle at the Florida Caverns, but there are caves near Brooksville, Florida, for sure. And we're gonna go check one out today. I really thank you guys for watching. It means a lot to me. There is much ahead. Ooh, did you see that? A fly just went by. There is much ahead and much below. So from where I parked my car and begin the journey to Jeep Cave, it is a 2.8 mile trek. This will be the longest hiking journey I've taken yet here on this channel. And the Citrus Wildlife Management Area is part of the Withalacoochee State Forest. A huge chunk of land. We're talking almost 50 square miles right here northwest of Brooksville. And this is the trailhead I chose to take to Jeep Cave today. This is the closest place I could park and walk, and it is 2.8 miles away. It's about 11:30 a.m. It's a little later of a start than I anticipated, but thankfully it's not too hot out today, and there's a nice little breeze, and of course we've got the trees around us. Proper foot gear. I love my Vans hiking shoes. They're some of the best shoes I've ever owned. Very comfortable. Tree down into the road. Gotta go around. We're going to see some beautiful scenery along the way to the cave. And I will remind you that this is Florida bear country. Yes, if you didn't know, we have black bears in Florida. Ooh. And skunk apes. Keep our eyes out for Bigfoot too. One day we'll find them. I almost forgot to mention that this is Trail 17. Off of Highway 491. As you can see, so far the trail pretty easy, just a road really. If that tree hadn't been down back there, and had I known, I probably could have drove most of the way back down this road until I get to the actual trail. Although it does look pretty rough right here. I would need a truck or a Jeep. Look at that. All downhill right here in the shade. This would be fun to go four-wheeling in. Using my phone to show you my rig here. I've got my flashlight with me. Also, I've got a big flashlight in my bag. Just a look, stopped, zoomed out so you can see the pines. Very quiet out here. This is the real Florida. I've lost signal, but I'm keeping the map open on my phone. This is my location. Where the red tag is, that's Jeep Cave. So I've got a bit to walk. I've only just begun. Hiking trail marker right there. Passing all kinds of trails through the woods. And making my first turn to the right here. Leaving trail 17. Taking a right onto trail 10. Sadly, someone dumped a mattress out here. Set of springs in a mattress. Don't do this. I consider you a coward to take advantage of seclusion in a way like this. Must be nice to have a truck. Someday much ahead. I never take the easy route, that's for sure. This trail I'm walking up right now, cut out of the hill. Don't see this every day in Florida. Oh look, looks like someone stuck their beer in the side of the wall. Oh, how funny. Ha ha, that's hilarious. And stopped at the top of the hill. I think we're almost halfway. Beautiful berries here along the trail. A bunch of them. I'm sure these are not edible. They look poisonous. Pretty though. So I got a little bit of signal at the top of this hill. 38 more minutes. Come to a nice little crossroads here. A lot of Jeep trails. Perhaps that's why the cave I'm going to is called Jeep Cave. Maybe. This is the correct way here. Haven't turned yet. Still walking on trail 10. A little bit of rainfall. I think the first time I came out here, yes, the first time I came out here and went to Dame's Cave, it rained quite a bit. I actually hung out down in the cave for a while until the rain stopped. It's picking up now. It actually feels really good. This is how I'm managing the rain right now. It's really just a sprinkle covering my camera. Just like that, the rain is gone. That didn't last long at all. So I'm almost directly north of Jeep Cave. If I were to cut through the woods right here, I would get there a whole lot faster. But I think I'm gonna be safe and stick to the trail. As you can see, I have two rights down here before I go on the trail that leads to the cave. But if I wanted to, I could cut through right here. There is some sort of a trail. I could probably get there a lot faster. But being out here alone and not knowing what the territory is on the way to that cave, Jeep Cave, I'm gonna stick to the trail. I learned my first time out here that there are caves. As I was saying in the beginning, this giant cave system is among us. So when you're stepping out in a random spot in the woods out here, you have to watch your step. You could fall into a hole, potentially down into a cavern. So that's why I'm recommending always stick to the trail. Don't ever get too brave. And coming up to the final fork in the road, I'm gonna make a right here and then another right, and we're less than 20 minutes away. Took the right. There's a vehicle coming up the trail behind me. Always watching my six. Oh, it's a Jeep. Look at that. Follow that Jeep to Jeep Cave. Okay, so here we go. This is the trail that will lead us to Jeep Cave. I'm reading on the map, this is part of the Florida National Scenic Trail. And I'm stepping off of trail number 13. Back there to the left, that's where I made the right onto this trail. I stepped off of trail 10, and just a quick walk to the Florida Scenic Trail, take a right here. Florida Trail foot traffic only. No horses, no bicycles, no ATV, no problem. Oh, by the way, look at the size of this pine cone. Wow, that's big. Brought plenty of water. Now this is more like it. It's beautiful out here. The cave, I believe, should be somewhere to my left. about a quarter of a mile. There are trail markers. Just noticed this one. First one I've seen. Getting closer. Now descending down a ridge. Looks like I'm heading into a bit of a shadowy area and going down into there. Another trail marker on the limb there. See it? Orange. Right on that first branch. Man, I love this. This is fun. Having a good time. Ooh, watch your step. Oh, it feels good in here. Woo! Feels really good down in here. Nice little breeze. So my GPS is so intermittent. It looks like I stepped off of the trail, but I don't think I actually did. It just thinks I'm a little further south. Oh boy. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. This is real Florida. Look at this tree, it's fallen. Landed perfectly in between those 3 oak tree branches. Propped up. Wonder how long it's been laying there. Probably a long time. I know I say this a lot, but this is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been here in Florida. The fact that I'm out here all alone is kind of creepy though. I will say that. But I'm never alone with you guys, so thanks for watching. A quick get up here, up this ridge. Nice little climb. Starting to get rocky. This is a big mound. Could be walking on top of part of the cave. Okay, so I should be getting really close to the cave. I gotta watch my step. There could be a hole anywhere. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, beneath this oak tree, I believe I found the entrance to Jeep Cave. Holy cow. Okay. Now there could be multiple entryways. Oh, there's stuff down there too. Oh, I see rock over there. Alright, this has got to be it. Okay. Let's check it out with extreme caution. Oh, gotta watch the step here. This looks like an opening. Holy cow. Look at that hole. Oh my gosh. I don't know. That looks kind of risky. There might be a bigger opening somewhere. I don't think I'm going to chance that. That's the most dangerous hole I've ever looked down. Oh boy. Alright, so on my map it looks like I'm a little off. There might be a bigger opening. If I have to go down there, I've got to go down there, but I just want to make sure that I'm going in the right hole. That's not the image I saw online when I looked up Jeep Cave. There it is. This is most definitely it. Jeep freaking Cave. We made it. Holy cow. Look at this. Okay, I don't know if there's much to see or do or climb down into, but I have a feeling down there and to the right there might be. Looks like someone's carved a bit of artwork into the stone here before the cave too. Oh wow, look at this. 1936. Holy cow, that was the year my grandfather was born. It's a long time ago. So people have been coming out to these caves for a long time. Someone etched a sun there. Nice piece of artwork. I like it. Here we go. Into Jeep Cave. I'm gonna take this with me, just in case. today's creature feature. I hope we don't encounter some real creatures down there. Okay, here we go. Stepping down into Jeep Cave. Immediately to the right, not much going on here. A little dead end. And then this way, a nice wall. Tree trunk, but down here is the cavern. This is where we're going. Hello? Hello? Anyone back there? I think we're all alone. We will see. Okay, so I'm inside. I can stand up. Just crawled from there, underneath here, this little rock. There's a nice cavern in here. It's very cool in here, by the way. Looking up to see if I see any bats. Whoa. Oh man. Look at this. And this way. Look at this. This is beautiful. Wow. Check it out. And as you can see, there's skylights. Nice and cool right here. Nice little breeze. Watching my feet still. Wow. If you look up, look at this. See what I mean? You could fall right in. I'm glad I didn't come from the north. Okay, this is by far the most beautiful cave I've been to out here yet. So cool. It looks like there's been graffiti out here. Fortunately, at some points, look at this. Looks like you can't go too much further. There's a hole up in there. Wow. Okay. Turn back. Right there. That's where I just came from. Down there. Crawled right under in here. This is beautiful. Look at this. Not too bad of a climb. Just had it dunk down a little bit. It's pretty. Jeep Cave. Well worth the trip. Almost 3 miles. I'd do it again. That was awesome. Oh, it looks like Mason was here. Mason. 1950. 1950. Oh my gosh. People have been coming down here forever. Yeah, this is sick. Really enjoying this. Take some pictures in here. Right here especially. This is cool. Just so you can see the walls in here. It's like hard sandstone. Yeah. Neato. Check it out. This is awesome. Feels great down here too. It's like air conditioning. Nice to get out of the sun. I'm sure that's what people used to do back in the day. And I'm back in the far corner. Right down there is where I climbed under the entrance to the cave. Right down there. Let's say about maybe 50 feet wide. At some points, probably 25 feet up. Back here, enclosed. And over this way, open. I cut the lights a little bit so you can see how dark it can get in here. Ooh, do you want to hear a spooky story? This would be a great spot to tell some ghost stories. What do you think? And I'm sure it wouldn't be the first time we told one down here either. I'm sure during haunt season, this place comes alive. I'm sure there's been a lot of kids down here telling spooky stories. And adults as well. Ooh, for today's creature feature. Oh, I can't find my way out. Oh no. This is cool, isn't it? Down here by myself. By myself. Well, I'm never alone. Again, like I said, I feel like you're here with me, and you always are, my friends. You always are. Even though if I don't make it out of here, this video will never happen. It will never get out there. But if you're watching it, it means I made it. Or someone found my footage and uploaded it for me. Which if you do, please do. Thank you. I really appreciate that. It's a really cool spot to chill and talk, isn't it? Thanks for always watching, guys. I can't say that enough. It means so much to me. I remember the first time I came out here and I went down into Dame's Cave. I went into a deep, deep talk, and I talked about a lot of things. I talked about things I had been through, things that I was going through, and how overall I was just happy and grateful for the opportunities I had. Down in that cave that day, I forever changed. Little did I know when I crawled up, not too much later, I would lose my dad. I would lose someone that meant so much to me. But never did I look back in that moment to that video and regret it. Down in that cave that day, I felt really thankful, as I do today, for everything that has happened to me, for all the people that I had met, my channel, you guys, my dad, my mom, my family. I had been through a tough time before then, and I thought I had made it. But what I didn't know is when I crawled out of the cave that day, just ahead lied one of the most difficult points of my time, of my life. And I think we go through things sometimes. We don't understand in the moment why they're happening to us, but we go through them to prepare ourselves. And sometimes we're not lucky. Things just happen, just out of the blue. Tragedy comes to our front door. It comes knocking hard. But sometimes there's moments where I feel in my life I've been prepped for things to come, harder things. And I wouldn't be who I am today if I hadn't gone through so many things before I lost my dad that day. Still one of the worst days of my life. It will always be the worst days of my life. I have yet to open up and talk about exactly how Dad went, but I will say he dealt with a disease for nearly 2 decades, and overall, at the end of the road, he won. The disease didn't win. He won. Because he's in a better place. And it was tough. It was sudden. It was. I really thought I had at least another decade with my dad. He was 60 years old. And he should have been here. And I feel that in my heart. And I will always feel that way. But I also feel in my heart that he is here. And he's always with me. And he's with my family and my mom and my brother. And there's bits of signs. Every time I see a blue jay, that's my dad. He would always tell my mom and me that anytime we ever see a blue jay and he's no longer here, that was him. His name was Jay too. And he was a very good man and my biggest inspiration, my biggest hero. And that's why I can crawl down to a bottom of a cave. Because when you're down in the bottom, the only way is up. Every time you get down, you fall down. You're where you think you can never go any further. Well, the good thing is the only way is up. So keep on trucking, put one foot in front of the other and climb your ass up, because there's much ahead. It's not just a statement, it's a way of life. And I will always say that with that meaning. Never loosely. I really appreciate you guys always watching and sticking with me and coming down into Jeep Cave with me today. And now it's time to climb out. Just one more look at the cave before we crawl out. Freaking beautiful down here. Gorgeous. Jeep Cave. Hope to come back here someday. Much ahead. Time to crawl out right there. No, I'm not going to go back and crawl down that little hole I first showed. That is probably dangerous. If I do, if someone wants to come out with me, I will not go in that hole alone, but I will go with someone else. Okay, crawling out. Ooh, made it. It's beautiful up here. So awesome. Water and jerky time. It's starting to rain too. Feels good. Also, I noticed right here on the same rock before the cave entrance, someone with the initials QAM in 1970, or maybe that's 79. 1979. That's cool. So you got 1979 and 1936 right there. All right, I'm gonna crawl up right here and check out the skylights of the cave. I'm gonna be very careful that there should be some openings right up here beyond the trees. Oh yeah, this is cool. So where the tree has been downed here, right on the other side is the opening of the cave. This is where we just were. Be very careful. Oh wow. You see what I mean? If you weren't watching your step and you were just walking through the forest, there's the other opening right there. Very easily could fall to your death. There are caves all over this forest, just like this one. So stick to the trail. Unless you know the trail, unless you know it, that's fine. But if you don't, stick to the mapped path, because you don't want to fall off. I can't express that enough. Be safe, guys. Always let people know where you're going before you get there. All right, the heart is where I parked my car. Got a nice little journey. I'm going to take a different way, but I am sticking to the path of the trails out here. See you later. Bye-bye, cave. We'll be back. Much ahead and much below, right guys? I've come to my first fork in the road, literally right here. That's the way I came, and this is the way I'm going. Fresh air and some Florida forest rain. This is the life. I'm a lucky man. So I've come to the fork. There's a sign here. I'm gonna turn to the right onto this BC cross trail, the blue trail. I'm leaving the B loop. The B loop is where Jeep's cave is, just so you know. I walked up that hill there. I'm leaving this trail and I'm heading on to the blue trail. This should lead me all the way back. Still on the blue trail. 20 minutes into the walk. And thunder in the distance. Did you hear that? On top of a ridge. I can see down the way. A vehicle. Looks like a white Jeep out there. White Jeep or a Bronco. Way down the hill. You see it in the middle of the screen. Way out beyond the trees. Okay, I found my way up to this trail. I'm going to take a right. I thought this led me to 10. I actually have to take a right and go up a little bit to find trail 10. And yeah, that was a Jeep and it's coming straight for me. I'm going to pass it. And it looks like it's all downhill this way. I could easily cut through the forest and be there quicker, but as I said, I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to risk it. I see why this is a Jeep trail. This would be fun in a Jeep. Look at this little incline. Little obstacle here. Yeah, someone's been having fun in there. This whole endeavor so far, almost to the 3-hour mark. And that's just going about it casually. I can see why this would be fun for those Jeep goers out there. My car definitely won't make it back here. Look at all that you have to look at with the tool of a Jeep or a truck.
I get it, I really do. I used to have SUV, I really miss it. Being a bigger guy, driving the car is a little uncomfortable, ergonomically, as they say. The only reason I drive a car is because I'm always driving, so I'm sacrificing comfort for gas mileage money. That's all. My go-to would be a truck or an SUV. Maybe I should get like one of those crossovers when I do get another vehicle. My Volkswagen, whew, let's not go into that right now. I've said before, it's my first and last Volkswagen. If you know, you know. I've documented my unfortunes, specifically last year during the hurricane. Hurricane Ian. My car was spazzing out on me. I put probably, within the last couple of years, I've put about $2,000 into a car that I'm still paying for. It's not paid off. So right now, I'm in between of if I buy something new, I'll have the comfort and the luxury and the peace of mind of a new car, but I will ultimately be paying more. I've got a cheap monthly payment, so it's not totally worth it yet to just write off my Volkswagen. Don't know why I'm going into that out here in the middle of the forest, but I just did. Oh, it'd be nice to come out here in a Jeep. I think that was how it began. At last, to the top of that hill and down it and to the left. Getting closer. Florida red clay. Nice little tunnel. Something you don't see every day in Florida. And there's that very first hiking trail marker I showed at the beginning. Almost there. Yay, what a hike. Ultimately, I walked between 5.6 and 5.7 miles, give or take. There's the Volkswagen right there. Here's the sign. Withalacoochee State Forest, Citrus Wildlife Management Area. Right here in Citrus County. That was a fun trip. Sure was. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, do me a favor, give it a thumbs up and subscribe below if you'd like to. If it was your first time here, come on back. There's always much ahead. Know you're awesome, know you're loved, and no matter who you are, what you're going through, my friends. As I said, down in the cave, Jeep Cave, just know, in my heart, I believe there's much ahead for you. Put one foot in front of the other, keep on trucking, baby. Keep on trucking. I don't know why I put my glasses back on, but I just did. All right, see you next time, guys. Love you. Thanks for watching. And we're pulling out. Woo! It's hot in here. Get the AC going. See you guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.